Thank you. Thank you all for joining in. Thank you, Madam Shakirat. I see you. Thank you, Madam Gloria. Thank you, Mrs. Murphy. Thank you, Uche. So wonderful. Oh, thank you, Dr. Agbo. Thank you so much for joining in again. Mr. Anele, good to have you here. Good to have you here. Thank you for finding time to join in tonight. Thank you. I see you, Chinwendu. Thank you so much. Thank you, Davis. Big sis. Madam Dubebi, thank you so much for joining in tonight. I hope you brought all your people. Hello, Efe Ejiro, how now? Thank you so much. Mrs. Wakoji, thank you so much. Good evening. My happy Sunday to every one of us. Thank you, Pastor. I see you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Tessie. Thank you. You are here again tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you, Linda Agu. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Makinde. I see you guys. Thank you, Genevieve. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Rita, I see your hand. Do you want to say something? You can use the chat section. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for.
Good evening, ma.
Yeah, good evening. Is that Banker? Good evening. I think I know your voice. Hi, Cynthia. I see you. Hello, Madam Olotu. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I promise you tonight, your Longreach adventure is going to take a new dimension. I'm telling you, this lady that is here tonight, in fact, after tonight, you are going to redefine everything you know about Longreach, because she's what Longreach represents. She's the reason why most of us, we say, okay, well, let's start doing our business again, or let's give this a thought. So if you have not invited those people you've been talking to about this business, share the link. Hello, Cynthia. Yeah, share the link with them and get them to be part of this meeting tonight, because I can assure you that after tonight, you won't have to talk too much. They will be the ones to come to you. Now, let me quickly share my experience on Tuesday. You know, on Tuesday, this past Tuesday, it was a public holiday in Nigeria. And I decided that we should meet, since a lot of us in Nigeria, we are going to be staying back at home, that we should have a session. And so I brought in another sister like this lady here. And I tell you, the back office have been on fire. For those of us who are, please, if you come in, kindly mute your phone, mute your device. Mute your device. So since that Tuesday, it has been from one meeting to the other with most of my team members that took out their time to join in, and invited people to join in. So tonight again, is going to be a replica of, in fact, it's going to be a replica of that of Tuesday. And I can assure you that it's, as we say in Christianity, the latter rain is always greater than the former. So tonight I can assure you, is going to be even much more inspiring, because in Longreach, we keep getting better, and better. So good morning, everyone. Like we say in Longreach, it's always morning. I'm glad that you are here with me tonight. And my name is Gezuzo Esimike. It's 6 minutes past the time. And I would like us to begin already. Or I should just be, I like the traffic I'm seeing. I will just give just 2 minutes for everyone to grab a bottle of water or a glass of water by your side, because I can assure you that you won't leave this place again until after we are done. Thank you, big sis, Sister Azomta. Thank you so much for joining in. I appreciate you. Thank you. So let's give ourselves a minute to grab a bottle of water, a cup of water, because the next 40 minutes, you aren't going nowhere. So get that cup of water and get that glass of water, and we'll be back in the next 1 minute.
But can you just sit down and leave it on?
You are using
Look for my church red book for me.
I'll show you too.
If it is there, go and check it for me. Okay. So I think we should right away begin. Oh, all right, everyone. Welcome again. My name is Gezuzo Esimike, like I said earlier on, and good morning to everyone. Welcome to yet another evening of Getting Started and Scaling Up, a series by the Moving Higher Entrepreneurs, headed by or spearheaded by my humble self, Gezuzo Esimike. I'm a Diamond 5 member with Longreach, and currently the team lead of the team called Longrich. Now, Longrich is a group of men and women who are using the Longrich Platform to build and achieve the lives of their dreams. Now, Longreach, as we all know, it's a simple platform that allows, okay, let me not say as we all know, because some of us, I know some of us are invitees here, some of us, this is the first time, or maybe a subsequent time you are going to be having an encounter with the Longreach partner. And the Longreach platform is a platform that allows every one of us to convert our daily expenses into wealth. Now, to some people, it's simply network marketing. To others, is a lifestyle company. To others, is a company that allows them to access good and valuable products. But basically, what we do in Longreach is we have access to organically made products that are good for our health. And then in turn, because we are patronizing and using the Longreach brand, the company tends to share profits with us on a weekly basis based on the number of purchases or activities that goes on within us. Now, when I mean within, I mean what the company expects us to do is to buy the product directly from them, enjoy the product, and refer our friends and families to use the product. Now, because of the kind of structure that the Longreach employ in dispersing or distributing its product, a lot of people liken it to the traditional network marketing companies. And so many a time, when you tell people, come and start using the Longreach brand, come and switch your brand to the Longreach brand, and this can lead you and your family to enjoying your lifelong dreams and achieve them within a short period of time. A lot of people tend to shy away. They tell you, oh, network people have come again. They want us to come and sell. So what we do is that from time to time, we tend to organize forums like this, a forum like this, to help enlighten people on what the Longreach structure and the Longreach platform is all about. So tonight, I have a sister in the house. I have a fellow partner with Longreach Bioscience Company, who is here to help us understand better what we do in Longreach. Now, she's popularly known as Mrs. Murphy, and that is simply because she has a platform that has helped a lot of ladies live their lives as they ought to live. A lot of us, some people here, we know Shape Up with Mrs. Murphy. Now, Mrs. Murphy, as she's popularly called, is actually Uche, no other person than Mrs. Uche. Mrs. Uche is a graduate of chemistry education, and she also has a postgraduate too in education. She's an entrepreneur. The fact that she read education does not mean that she's into the teaching industry. No, she's actually an entrepreneur. She has been an entrepreneur for some time. And 2 years ago, she decided to partner with Longreach. We are going to learn how she took that decision. And ever since, when I say 2 years ago, I'm talking about July 2019, to be precise. And ever since, just 2 years, just a little bit above 2 years of partnering or joining the Longreach Bioscience International Platform, she has been able to qualify or get free tickets to Greece, free tickets to free tickets to Dubai, free tickets to China. And when I am saying free ticket, I mean some of these tickets came in double slots. She has qualified for the big ones, which is the 3.5 million, in fact, 3.5 million naira car on the Longreach platform. I know one thing that is very paramount here. She and her family have been using the Longreach product, every product you can find on the Longreach platform. She and her family have been a big fan to the Longreach Bioscience International, and this year, she went home with 7 million naira car fund from Longreach Bioscience International as a reward for her patronage and for the fact that she has been able to use this brand. I know that she has been able to use this brand to help a lot of people to regain self-confidence, to assess health and well-being. So tonight, it gives me privilege to introduce my very dear friend. In fact, Mrs. Murphy, I don't know if you remember the first time we met. I don't know if you remember. Let me give you a throwback to the first time we met. I actually met you the first time sometime in August, around August 2019. When you actually brought in somebody, you brought in a prospect to listen to one of the seminars at the head office. And I noticed that you were struggling to find a seat for your prospect, for the lady you brought in. And I offered the lady my seat. The two of you refused to accept my seat. And I said, why not? Please take the seat, madam. You actually just came in. So me, I'm already registered. I don't need a seat. And I didn't know you remembered me that day. The next time when we met in your house, you shouted. You remember I came to give you product in your house when you were still at Ojodu, and you screamed, I know you, I know you. Do you remember, Mrs. Murphy? Hello, Mrs. Murphy.
Yes,
are you
I
in?
do. I do.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce this sister to you. Let me quickly mention something. It was only this year that I qualified for a trip for the first time. Remember sometime in May, during the USA trip, when you met me at the head office, and you told me, you said, sister, for now, you never qualified. And I said, I beg. The weekly money I am earning is more than enough. And then you called me. I always say this on my team. I always say it to my team members. And you said, no, sis, not do like that. Oh. If they work for bank and they give you, what's it called? They give you targets within 3 months. They go pay you 1.5 million. And I said, no. That day, after I left you, we were standing on the street close to the office. After I left you, it got me thinking, and I kept asking myself, There is no company that I will work for that will give me a target. At least Madame Dumabi is here. There's no company that I will work for. She's still a banker that I will work, that will give me a target to achieve within 3 months and will gift me 1.5 million naira as my reward. So I got thinking, I said, this is the last time I'm going to miss a trip. And truly, that thing stuck to me. That was why I came out. In fact, now out of annoyance, now I get double slot for the Egypt. To make up for the ones I had lost in the previous, So welcome, sis. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. I know your schedule is very tight, but I deeply, deeply appreciate you. And I'm trust you are doing well, Abby.
I am. Oh, I'm fine. I'm doing well. Thank you.
All right. So we are beginning, and like I said, it's a discourse. So we are actually free to ask Mrs. Murphy questions. You can do that by raising up your hand, and we will ask you. We will ask you to unmute your mic, and you will talk. So, sis, let us meet you. There is no better person to introduce you than you. So let us meet you, sis.
No, don't say that too. As the way you've been talking about me, I can't even find the person as in where she did. Oh my God, thank you so much. You've been an amazing person to me, and I appreciate our friendship. Many people don't even know, because we don't, this is the first time we're even collaborating, and I'm wondering why we did not even do it, even physically, face to face and all, because we've always been close, Okay, so my name is Mrs. Murphy. Honestly, people hardly call me Uche, so sometimes I even forget that my name is Uche. But my name is Uche Namofunaya, also known as Mrs. Murphy. I have my business. I'm a weight management coach. I help people gain weight. I help people lose weight. I help people just, maintain a fit and healthy life. And then I am also a Longreach partner. I used to call Longreach my side business, but Longreach took over. Both businesses are still doing well. It's a symbiotic relationship. One feeds the other feeds. We just work hand in hand. My clients are my Longreach members. My Longreach members are my clients. It's just an amazing relationship between both businesses. I studied education. Sometimes I always say, not sometimes, God plans our steps. He plans he plans our life for us, and we don't even know why we are doing what we are doing. But at some point, you definitely understand why God put you, in that space. I studied education. I have never really taught in the classroom apart from during my teaching practice and all. But both businesses that I run actually have given me the opportunity to teach. So basically, I studied what I studied in school, but I am definitely using my skills and what God has given to me, which is the teaching, the calling to teach. So I teach in my other business and I teach on the Longrich Platform. So it's been an amazing time on this platform. I'm going to share my story with you all, and I'm hoping that it will touch someone's life, and you can pick one or two things that can also help make your journey smoother, right? I have qualified for several trips, although recently I have been way too busy. I haven't qualified for trips, but I have been very, very busy, and putting good use of my time into other things. But the beautiful thing is that I have never stopped earning. The platform is that beautiful. I've qualified for cars. My husband has also qualified for trips and the car. It's been an amazing experience on the Longreach platform. You said introduce myself. Okay. So that's it. I lead a team of almost 4,000 members. It's called the Longreach Folk Team. And yeah, it's been amazing.
Wow. For almost 4,000 members within 2 years. In fact, that is beyond amazing. We should get another adjective for it. You see what I was telling you about, guys? Now, quickly, let me ask you this. How did you come in contact with Longreach?
Okay, so to be honest, right, when people say Longreach is saturated and it's overrated, I had never heard anything about Longreach. Maybe I had seen their buildings, but it never clicked. It never made any sense to me because I didn't know what it was. I did not have any friends doing Longreach. I never saw any posters or anything. So in all fairness, to be honest, I never knew about Longreach. I never knew it existed. But one thing was for sure is that I hated network marketing. So I never did any form of network marketing, never. I was invited to several seminars in the past. I would even dress well. I'll just go there, eat their snacks, and go home. So I never wanted to join any network marketing because I always felt they had too many big stories. Like they were always bobo gisting. We traveled to this, we traveled to that. I qualified for this. It was too much. Like people should calm down now. And maybe because they were not, I don't know why I judged them so much, but I would just go for those seminars and I would just eat meat pie, drink water or Coke and go home, you know. So one day I went to assist a friend. She was celebrating her business anniversary. And I just thought, okay, let me go and support her. So I went for the anniversary. And so we're just there gisting, and someone said, "Oh, there is this business. It's called Longreach." To be honest, I didn't even the name did not even register in my head. She was like, "Oh, that all you need to do is there's a way we'll do the business." It did not make sense, but somehow it stuck on me, right? Because when we went home, by the next month, I called her. I said, "How far with that thing you were talking about?" Now, this is me. In all honesty, I wasn't looking for another source of income. My business was doing fantastically well, so I wasn't looking for money. I had good skin. I was using good products. Well, also I thought. So I did not really think I needed anything extra at that point in time. Well, I just called her and said, "Okay, how far with that business, that thing now we're talking about on your anniversary?" And then she said, "Oh, okay, that she's doing her research. I should not worry, she will get back to me." And as God will have it, she now called me up one day in July, and she was like, "Oh, okay, that she has made up her mind. She has gotten more info about the Longreach business. So she wants me to come. Let's have a meeting." And that day, I was supposed to go and process my visa because I was supposed to travel to the Netherlands. So in fact, I was already dressed to go for to meet my husband at the VFS office. So I just told my husband, let me just go for this meeting first, and then we'll branch at the VFS office. So I went there. I met Dr. ID. I met some of our other friends, and we just discussed it. All the things they said, I did not understand. But what stuck and what stood out for me was they said, "Okay, you have a big platform. You can help people create an income." Okay, that stood out for me. Okay. I've always wanted to do charity. How you are dreaming of how you want to, be going to motherless homes and be doing stuff. So in my mind, okay, this is charity for me. Then secondly, the person speaking, Dr. ID, now said, "Oh, that her son qualified for this, her son qualified for that." I say, "Your son, as in your son." And I have my background. I'm not from a wealthy home. There are people that have gold spoons on their head. I know where I came from, and I know what I want for my children. I would really love to be able to create a legacy for my children, right? So I was just like, okay, wow. And there and then, I remember so well. I told them, "How much do I need to sign?" They even explained the entry levels. Nothing made sense. I said, "Okay, I have some spare money I want to use." I even called my husband. I said, "Okay, I need which account number should I put?" Because he's a banker. So I was like, I beg, I don't want to go and put the bank you're working in before they'll be seeing weekly alerts from another company and they'll think, you're running several jobs and all. So I called him, he sent me his account number. I filled the form. So I registered myself. They said, "Oh," so for me, one thing I think that made me actually stand out and grow in this business was that I was just obedient. I can say I blindly followed my leaders and it helped me. I'm glad I did not put in too much reasoning to what they were saying because I may not be where I am today. So Dr. Heidi said, "Okay, when you come in, please register your children, register them." Oh, I did not understand what it meant to take your 3 legs, but they said I should register my 3 children, my children. So I did. I registered my husband, my 3 children, and I even called my husband. And I remember when I called him, he just said, one of those businesses. Anyway, I trust your judgment. Whatever you want to do, do. So he did not even say, okay, don't do it or do it. He just said, whatever you want to do, do it. So I registered him, registered my children, and that was it. And then it was what they call this fast reach pack. So it's like you're getting the alert almost instantly. Once you register, you're getting 8,000 naira or 16,000 naira. So like I'm registering my children, and the day they created my code, the next day I'm getting 8,000 on everybody. I say, as in, even my husband, because I have 3 children. So I registered my husband, my first daughter, and my first son. So my last daughter was under my husband. So I also did fast reach for her. So he was at work and just called me. Where did 8,000 naira come from? Who is paying me money? And I was like, it's the business. So I just joined. So I didn't even know that, I could earn. Do you get, like, you just hear these things, you don't really understand it. You've never really experienced it. And that's what I always tell both new members and anybody that cares to listen. The motivation you need will only come from you. Make yourself earn. You don't have to wait for anybody. When you come in and you register your first 3, that immediately automatically makes you earn. So you're either earning in 3 weeks. If it's total combo you do, you're earning the next week. If it's a fast reach package you do, you're earning the next day. Choose how you want to earn, but make sure that you earn. Because when you receive that alert, no matter how small it is, no matter how small, you will appreciate it. You'll be glad. It will do something to you. I know a very wealthy woman in Ikoyi that owns a boutique. She buys products from me. And when I registered her, do you know, her alert was just 800 naira. And she called me and started praying for me. I'm like, 800 naira? What? As it, I couldn't get it. And she said, I did not do anything and they paid me 800 naira. When I start doing something, how much will they pay me? So that kind of mentality, because you're earning, you know that they've given you your product. You registered, they've given you products, what the amount you paid for. In some cases, they will even give you products more than the amount you paid for. In the cases of, let's say, fast reach or starter combo, right? And then they're still paying you, telling you, thank you for buying. No, it was amazing. So this is, I also like to mention it to new members or to prospects, that when you buy for yourself, the company does not pay you. And that is why I said, just bring in your family, bring in your 3, so that you get to experience that money for yourself, so that you will not say that the person that registered you is, because most times people hear, when you sign up, you earn, shop and earn. But they think that the shopping and earning is once you just buy one of these, you just get paid. No, there is a system, there's a process, there's a structure. So you need to follow the right process. When you don't end, then you now let us know. Then we will tell you probably what you did wrong. So try and create that first earning. So for me, that was it. And honestly, my leaders were doing trainings. I was attending. They said, do this, I will do that, I will do. They released a trip, Greece trip, and I honestly did not see myself qualifying. It was never part of my plan to qualify. But I remember my leader said, okay, Uche, do you know that if you do this, you can qualify? Break it down. She now gave me a weekly target. Honestly, I don't know how I was killing the target. Even when I hit one of my targets, she sent me my first Longreach Ankara as a gift, So she was just saying, you can do this. Every week she will say, you did not meet your target. Oh, you hit your target. She just kept on encouraging me. And lo and behold, I qualified for a trip. The trip did not come in my leader's name, it came in my name. I was the one celebrated on stage. So I couldn't believe it. And I keep saying this, right? If at the point of, when they were trying to tell me to join the business, if they had told me, don't worry, when you join, you qualify for trip and car, I wouldn't have joined, because that was what I hated about all those meetings I used to go for, when you say you qualified for this, you qualified for that. Another thing I also love about the Longrich Platform was that they told me, I was like, okay, hope I don't have to be buying every month, then people will now say you're doing flushing of points or whatever. Because I never really understood network marketing, but I used to hear that they will just demote you and they told me Longreach doesn't have any of that. So that also stood out for me. And then along the line, I started changing ranks. The ranks were just growing. I qualified for 3.5 million naira car. I qualified for double slots China. I'm like, wow, all I'm doing is I'm just using amazing products. I'm using products that are even good for my skin, good for my body, helping my parents as well. And then I'm getting paid, like I'm achieving all this, and so it was a beautiful thing. I'm just 2 years in the business, and I can say that God has been good. God has used this platform. Initially I joined because I wanted to help, I wanted to make, and I wanted to change lives. And I'm glad that my ministry, my Longreach business, is doing that which it was supposed to do. And I'm hoping that it will even do more. So I
Thank
hope
you
I
very
beg never
much.
pass letter.
No, 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 no. Thank you very much. Thank you. You have really said a lot now. One thing I took out from what you said, and it's very common with most people, is that you hated network marketing. I never told you this, but my upline actually prospected me for 3 years.
Wow.
You won't believe it though. Analysis. They want to come and make me to sell. Executive salesmen. That's what I called network marketing people before. They are just executive salesmen and all that. And I like the fact that you said something you blindly followed. Since I began my Longreach business, one thing that I have done is when I finally got to hear out, I asked myself, I said, is this what this lady has been trying to communicate these past 3 years? In fact, that is still one of my biggest regrets till tomorrow. You understand that I didn't just, and thank God for my husband that said to me that, come on, how can somebody be telling you something for 3 years and you never bothered? At least you went. I never went. So I never listened to it. I just kept branding it as network marketing. And since I came in, I have done the same thing, blindly followed. The truth about this business that I've come to realize, if you are told to do A and you do it as A, as simple as it is told to you, you will find how easy it is. But many a time what I have come to realize, and I want you to talk about it in the next few seconds. What I've come to realize is that many people, when they come into this business, and when they partner with Longreach, let me use the word partner. When they partner with Longreach, and you tell them that all that it entails is for you to use the product and get your friends and family to use the product. A lot of them will tell you that I have product that I'm using. I can't talk. I can't begin to tell people, I can't do this, I can't do that. Please, Uche, I want you to describe for us the process. One thing about you that I respect a lot is that it's very short for me as far as I'm concerned. I am still doing analysis and processing. I've been in this business a few months longer than you. You have achieved way much more than I have. You get what I'm saying? Not that I couldn't have achieved as much as, because the day you open up your mind to achieve in Longreach, I tell you, you can start achieving. But because I'm always this analytical person that likes to think through the process, think through the this, think through the that.
Analysis paralysis.
Chemical analysis, Abby.
Analysis paralysis.
So that's been my problem. So I want you to specifically share with us tonight what has been the process like for you. Now, the truth is that Longreach has a process. I want you to break down the process for us. Tell us how you have been able to achieve, because I can bet you a lot of people that are coming in, they come in because they were told that they are going to achieve this, and they are going to achieve that. Sometimes after a year, after a month, they don't achieve it. Some people I know that some people have signed up in Longreach for about 3 months, have not earned 1 kobo. But you, almost the following week, you did what? Your husband earned money, you earned too from it. So would you please kindly share with us the process that, break it down for us, break it down to those of us who are just hearing it for the first time, to those of us who are still confused about the process. How were you able to achieve all these feats within this short possible time? And tell us if it is possible in an applicable way. Thank you very much.
So first thing I'm going to say is, I actually saw a question now, and that question is actually what triggered what I'm about to say. If you want to join this platform, you have to empty yourself, like forget about you and think about others. That is the only way you can grow on this platform. Now, many people come into this platform with a greedy mindset or with a Ponzi scheme mindset. They don't understand what this platform is all about. Now, let me explain it. For you to grow on this platform, for you to be able to achieve anything on this platform, you must be selfless. You must change your mindset from my own. I want to eat now. You must, this one is common sense. We have a leader, and as the Zina, she said the name of her team is common sense. You need common sense. There's no two ways about it. You don't need too much grammar about it. Now, someone asked a question. I know she's a prospect, so I'm glad she's going to hear me out. She said, if I come in with 14,000 naira, what is in it for me? 14,000 naira. You want to start a business with 14,000 naira and you're already asking what is in it for you. Now, what will be in it for you? You're just registering. What will be in it for you is by the time you take your 3 legs, because I mentioned something and it's very important. If you come in as a member, you just come in. If you like, come in with 10 million. Okay, no, not 10 million. Come in with 1.3 million as a VIP. The only thing they need for you are the products and the registration code. That is it. Whether you are bearing VIP title or you are bearing Q Silver title, the only thing they need for you is your products and your registration code. Now, you have to activate your registration code. If you do not activate your registration code, do not call Longreach a scam. Do not call the person that registered you a scam. 14,000 naira will only give you beautiful products to use and a code. When you decide to bring in your 3 legs, and when I say take your 3 legs, it's not a joke. Because sometimes my husband earns more than me. Like he will earn 6 figures, I will earn 5 figures. He will earn more than me. Sometimes, I earn more than him. But my point is, I was building a team. So imagine if I put 3 strangers. I have a team of almost 4,000. My first 3 are all D5s. So imagine if I had to build strangers. Yes, I said you have to be selfless, but wisdom is profitable to those that use it. That's why I say it's common sense. First of all, you borrow yourself that even if you have to borrow money, never allow strangers take your 3 legs. If they have, it's fine. We can do what they call jump and pass. But if if you still have the opportunity to own your 3 legs, I call it, having different branches to a business. Because when I see my kids alert and I see my husband's alert, I just assume I have 4 shops. Do you get? Apart from my other multiple codes, I assume I have opened several branches, maybe Mina branch, Abuja branch, Enugu branch, But you have to build those branches. So anything you do happens under those 3 people. If you have to borrow money to register your 3, it could be in your name. Now, the Longreach business allows you to duplicate. So for instance, if you do not have children, you say, oh, I'm a single person. How will it work for me? You can register yourself. So you can have Uche Namo Funaya 1, Uche Namo Funaya 2, Uche Namo Funaya 3, Uche Namo Funaya 4. It's as beautiful as that. In fact, for me, the way I've even made my own more beautiful is that my other codes under me, I use different accounts. So when I see an alert from Zenith Bank, I know which code gave me that money. When I see an alert from GTB, I know which code. When I see an alert from EcoBank, because of my other business, I had to open several bank accounts so that all these clients that will complain and say, oh, I don't want to pay into GT, I want EcoBank or I want First Bank, I just shall open the accounts. So I have several accounts scattered and I receive beautiful alerts from the different accounts. So I really know where my money is coming from, But what I'm saying is the most important thing is activate your code. Be the person to make yourself earn. Okay? Let's not use that poor man mentality. Another thing again that makes people not to achieve anything on this platform is you actually think you're doing somebody a favor. Let me tell you something. If I tell you about the business, I am only telling you because I want you to achieve something. Because you see SD Zina, you see Dr. ID, you see Hustler Square, you see SD Uniform. Guess what? My 5 million, my 7 million naira, my trips, all my trips that I cashed out, not 1 naira was sent to them. The money hits Uchenna Mofunaya's account. So I wonder why I will be thinking I am doing as the Ininform or as the Zina or Dr. ID a favor by being in this business. Or I wonder why if they give me advice, I will be feeling like it's all about them. It's profitable to them. And even if it is profitable to them, and so what? How does that affect me? Does that stop my income from coming? If what they are telling me is going to make me earn better and get better on this platform, I don't care who enjoys whatever it is above, because many people have that mindset of, hey, I'm working for my upline. Are you kidding me? You are not working for your upline, because if your upline refuses to balance their leg, if your upline refuses to work, your upline will not earn. Number one in Africa, she said her upline, her upline was a Diamond 4 when she became a star director, when she even hit 5-star. Diamond 4. So meaning that person has over 100 million PVs, because if as the Oluchi can have over 100 100 million PVs before she became a 5-star director, imagine what SDTP had. So imagine somebody, there are people above her that are still Diamond 2s because they refuse to do anything. So now, will you tell me that who is using who? I want to understand. So I want everybody to have that mindset that you are working for yourself. And I keep telling people, I say, see, even if me and my upline decide to have a fallout today and we are no longer talking, I will even work harder so that I will become your sharing leg, so that now you go suffer, as in you will be looking for how to balance your legs. It has nothing to do with my relationship with you will not spoil my business. But people have that attitude of, my upline I'm not talking to my upline, or my upline did me this, so therefore I'm not going to work. I hear that a lot. How can you grow with that mindset? You're not ready now. You're not in the business. Okay. Now, so I've already deviated from the question, but let me try and go back to it. The process.
Yes, let me do this. How do you, somebody asked that question.
Okay.
So how do you activate your code?
Now, activating your code is by taking your 3 legs. Please, so I did not say take 1 leg. I said take your 3 legs. This is the opportunity that you have to be as greedy as possible, right? And when I say take your 3 legs, please don't put boyfriend though. That one, you've not yet activated the ring. So don't put your boyfriend. Don't put your best friend. Don't put, you can put yourself, your children, or your spouse. Put somebody that is very, very important to you. Someone that you feel that when you see the person achieving a lot, it will be sweeting you. You will not be sad. So all you need to do is reach out to your upline. Tell your upline, okay, I am ready to register. So same way you registered, you register 3 new codes. Because subsequently, when you bring in people, when people join your business, you will keep on placing them under. A problem people have is you're already thinking about the negatives. You're already thinking of, hey, how will I get people? Can you kindly activate your code and get to work? It's just like you want to buy a car. Then you stop and say, hey, I will not buy the car. How will I buy fuel? Are you kidding me? Like, you will not buy a car because you're thinking of how you will get fuel or where you will get fuel from? I don't know how. Do you understand? So we need to remove that thing from our mind, because many people are not working. And then you now feel you're wasting your money. Hey, I cannot tie my money down. If I take my 3 legs now, what will happen? When you take your 3 legs, you are not wasting your money. The first part is that you're going to get paid 3 weeks later, depending on the package. You're going to get paid. Now, that payment, you can take it as the gift Longreach is using to say thank you. And then you're going to be giving products worth the amount. Now, your ideology of our products is what will also make you grow in this business, because some people feel it is expensive. But trust me, oh God, if you know what value is, this past week, I experienced something. In fact, I'm going to share it, but not today. I experienced something, and my daughter told me, Mommy, I need our Longreach products, because I did not have enough access to what I needed at that point in time. So we had to use something else. So my point is, you cannot, when you see value, you need to be able to talk about value, because people will say, oh, I don't want to sell products, so I'm not into selling products. You have to be selfless. Remember, I said that. So when you see somebody with a problem and you offer a solution, that is a selfless act. Yes, so you're going to benefit from it. See, our business is the type that God is not, when we're growing up, they'll say, oh, teachers, your reward is in heaven. Our own reward is here. For me, wanting to help you change your life, God is blessing me with points. Uche, well done. You've done well. Take these points. Take these earnings. Okay, Uche, you need to help more people. You need to get more people to understand that they should switch their brand. When I do it, God is not saying, Uche, just be helping only this person, because some of you will focus on only one leg. So when you're focusing on only one leg, God said, no, spread it, share it. I want you to bless others. And that is what will make you earn. So please, activating it is by registering your 3 legs. When you register your 3 legs, please attend trainings, ask questions. See, no question is stupid. Ask questions on how to make placements. Recently, I was talking to a downline of mine. This man has been very active, doing a lot. He attends all the trainings, everything. And he just registered somebody for the first time. And I had to reach out, and then I said, why will you just place those PVs without asking questions? So, you may also be attending trainings and then you feel you know it all. Please, it is important you have a relationship with your upline, or your upline's upline. If your upline is not giving it to you, find the upline's upline, because everybody wants to work with everybody. So I'm like, why will you just place the PVs anyhow? You should have asked me. There is no way I'll give you bad advice, because when I'm placing the PV, wherever I'm telling you to place your PVs is what will be beneficial to you. I really want you to earn, because the more you earn, the more you realize the business works. And he said, oh, he just did not know. He just put the PVs anywhere. So to me, those were like wasted PVs. I was sad. So reach out, create a relationship with your uplines. Don't try to work alone. This business is not a business of for you to now feel, oh, I like keeping to myself. Don't keep to yourself in this business. You will lose out. Even up to today, I still reach out to to Dr. Ida. I'll tell her, I'll say, Doc, please, I have these PVs. I'm thinking I should. She will say, no, why don't you do it like this, like this? So I still reach out, I still seek advice. Till today, even when I become a star director, I will still be disturbing my uplines. That's just it. So you need to attend trainings, apply what you learn in trainings, but attach to someone that knows the process, right? I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, it does. It sure does. So we know that activating our code, I like the words you use. Longreach is not a Ponzi scheme. A lot of people come in. You know how I prospect. You know how I prospect, Uche. When I prospect, I don't know why I do it, but I actually paint the future of your partnership with Longreach to you. Many a time I forget to tell people that it might start small. But you know why I actually don't say it might start small? Because it does not start small with everybody. Look at our bros, Charles Tambo. He came in and from the first day the guy came in, he was hitting the top from the first day. So when I look at even our mama na SDZ now, it didn't take anything to hit the roof with this platform. So I actually looked at some people and I said, if they can do it within this short time, I understood that the Longrich platform does not limit you. You can come in today and you'll be at the top tomorrow if you know where the stones are laid and you lay your stones in the same places. You are good to go. So many a time when I prospect, I tell people, what I show people is the future with Longreach, not the now. You get what I'm saying?
And the truth is, it's not about when you join, it's about who joins. Because if I look at myself, I'm 2 years in the business. There are people that are 8 years in the business, and they are still diamond twos, and they are still active in the business, so probably attending every training. So it's not about the who, about the when. It's about the who. What
You
are
are
you
right.
bringing to the table?
You
That's
are
just the
right.
truth.
You are right. I agree with that totally, because I have a team member who joined me sometime in May or June. Do you know, Che? When the Egypt trip came out, and I posted on my team that with this trip, you can actually qualify, you can actually hit your card qualifier. The same PVs you bring in will actually, before I knew it, this lady ran like something else, and she qualified before me. You won't believe it. So it's not about who joined. So like I was saying, many a time I tell people the future. And you know what happens many a time? People say, you told us that this is what you are going to get, and we are not getting it. But meanwhile, when I say that, I actually tell them the process, that this is what you stand to gain if you do this, you do that. But I don't know whether it is I don't know what actually the result I usually get is that people will tell me, but you said this. They forget the process I said. So, you know what I want you to, I like the fact that you said it is not a Ponzi scheme. So, you know, somebody once said that this Longreach, they pay people like arm robber money. You know what that means is that they pay people so well. It is not a Ponzi scheme. There is a process, and it is that process that Mrs. Murphy was trying to tell us tonight when she said, active, when you come in, if you have a code, I tell people, if you have a code with Longreach, you have a ticket to the biggest gold mine on earth. Don't sleep with your code. Don't wait for your upline to do what? Activate your code. She kept saying this word, activate your code. And if you want to achieve much more with your code, you must be what? Selfless. You must reach out to people. Thank you very much, Mrs. Murphy. Please, I want you to, I was talking about how I used to prospect, and I tell people the future. I don't begin with it has to be small, small, small. I don't believe in small, small. Me, I don't believe in small, small. I believe in the bigger picture. That's the truth. I believe in the bigger picture. Can you please kindly tell us the long-term benefit of Longreach? Because that is my passion. I actually deal with people by telling them the long-term benefit of Longreach. So break it down for us. What is the drive behind your achievements with Longreach? What is the drive? Why have you, within a short time, achieved so much? What is the long-term benefit? Help us to distill it so that we can go home with our own cup tonight.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? We all have our different approaches. And so for me, before I talk about the long term, before I promise you silver and gold, I will let you know that you have to dig. You have to go through the mud. That is my own process. Because like I said, people are different. So we have to treat people differently. If they told me the long-term process, the long-term goal, if they told me I will be living the life I'm living now from the Longrich platform, I would not have joined, because I would not believe you. And why? Because I do not have a Ponzi mindset, right? I've never done MMM or any of those things. So people are different. So we'll have to approach people differently. So let me just start from the going through the mud, and then I'll tell you about what you can achieve from this platform. But before I go there, I had a training last week, and I said this. I said, in this life is very spiritual, and there are people that will do everything, even more than what you are doing, and they will not even achieve what you are achieving. And it's not because they are doing less. It's not because they are less hardworking or their own smart work is not happening for them. The timing, God's time is the best. Nobody knows tomorrow. God's plan for you is different from God's plan for me, right? And so I also use the scenario of, maybe let's say Indomie and beans. You get as person go hungry, you choose to cook beans. Or no, you go choose to eat Indomie because you know say na sharp. You get as person, you go just maybe God just wants you to go through the process of waiting, and then so now the beans will go they cook before the beans will now be ready. So the fact that your own indomie burn fast or boil fast doesn't mean that those that their beans is still on the fire, it will not happen for them, right?
Not,
So
yeah.
what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say, guys, I'm in a meeting. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is this: God's plan is totally different from us. In as much as, yes, you need to do certain things to achieve your goals, the hand of God is also part of it too. So I'm not going to take total glory and say it's because I did this, it's because I did that, but I'm going to share with you what I did to make me achieve my own. Now, some of you, it may take a while for you to achieve your own, but like we always say, God would always take his glory. It's all about God's glory, and he knows what you're going through. Let me explain something. So as a weight loss coach, I remember one time I was, you know how you'll be encouraging people, motivating everybody to lose weight. And at some point, I found myself struggling to lose weight. Now, everybody is using my plan. Everybody is using what I'm using the secrets I'm giving them. Is working for them. It stopped working for me. And I struggled. I struggled a lot.
Wow.
Now, I had this revelation, and what God told me was, sometimes you just need to experience certain things, some setbacks, so that you won't just feel like, now you're as in this is how it is. Because some of your clients may reach out to you and tell you, I am doing everything, but it's not working. And back deep down, you'll be thinking, it's not just to follow meal plan. You in your mind, you feel you have the answers. But some people are actually struggling. They are doing everything right, but it is not happening for them. So God made me go through that to be able to relate with some of my clients. And I feel the same thing happens on this platform. There are people that work so hard. Please, don't give up. Honestly, when it happens for you, your own testimony will be loud. Now, what did I do? So I mentioned I attended trainings. You heard her when she said we met at a training, physical training. Yes, I love online trainings like this, but I know myself. I love face-to-face learning. I love looking at my lecturer. When you're teaching, I'll be looking at you. In the university, I never missed my classes. Okay, sorry. I never missed my classes. No, I always attended class because I just wanted to see my lecturers talk, so that when I don't read my exam, I will still pass because I can remember what was taught in class. So I went all out to get trainings. I did not know anybody in the business. The person that registered me was living in Lekki, and I was living on the mainland. Please, can we mute ourselves? The noise is distracting.
Sorry about that. I've muted.
Okay. Okay. So I went out for trainings. I went to look for trainings. I did not know anybody. And to be honest, like I said, I just felt I needed to figure out this business, because what my leader was posting every day, it was nice, it was interesting, but I felt, let me go elsewhere and learn more. So I went for trainings. And when you go for trainings, what happens is that there is no training that you will not gain something. I gained a lot, and I was applying to my business. Now, I was consistent. When I mean consistent, I was showing up daily, 24/7. I was showing up daily. I was in people's faces. Now, is one thing, either you look at my face, you like me, you join me, or you block me. Something must happen, but I was in the faces of people. I used to say this, that we all have different methods of prospecting. For me, I do what they call attractive marketing. So I know what works for me. There are people that know how to go and meet people face to face and say, come and join Longreach. I don't know how to do it. That is not my strong thing. Yes, I'm going to try and learn, but I know what works for me. So know what works for you. Don't try to copy anybody, right? And even if what you're doing is not working, try another method. So for me, my own focus was online, pushing and finding people online. I grew my team online. I keep saying it, most of my friends did not even join Longreach. So nobody will say, oh, okay, she has plenty of friends. It's not about friends. So I can count the number of my friends that joined Longreach, but they joined when they saw my results. But I was consistent. I was online. I was always posting about my business. Many people will say, oh, I am doing everything. I am working. Are you really working? if you ask yourself, be honest with yourself, are you really working? I always liken the Longreach business to being a shop owner. So let's say I have a shop in the mall, right? And because I have the shop, I've put my products in the shop. I will go home and be sitting down, and I'll go and be fasting and praying, fasting and praying. Meanwhile, your shop is locked. Guess what? Even your friends, your family members, people will come to that shop. They will see the shop is locked. Your neighbors that are still shouting, "We are open, we are open." Those your friends and your family members will go to those people that are open and shop with them and possibly become members. So whenever you tell yourself, I am not going to, I think I posted too much yesterday, let me not post today, or I've been doing too much. When you tell yourself you are doing too much and then you stop doing, guess what? People will stop seeing you. Majority of your future downlines, are your prospects today. They will not join you today. They will only listen to you. Okay, and that's it. But many of them are watching to see how consistent you are. Are you going to back off? Are you going to fail? And you must always celebrate every win. I was celebrating all my wins, no matter how small or how big, I was celebrating it. And then also working with a team, you need to work with your team. I keep telling people this, the power of working in a team, of working with people is amazing. You see that social proof. Many of you are praying, oh, I want to qualify, I want to do this. But all you do is you are working alone. So you must work with a team, like I've said. Another thing again, I know I did was that I collaborated a lot. I was willing, I was calling myself a servant leader and also a disciple to my leaders, because if they call me, I answer. If you tell me to come and prospect or to come and do this, I will do this. Many of us here now are members, but you have never for one day presented the business opportunity to people, either online or offline. You're always waiting for your uplines to do it for you. Whatever happened to saying, oh, Uzo, can I present with you today? If people, and I like saying this, if every day you are posting Mrs. Murphy, Mrs. Murphy, Mrs. Murphy, your people will look for Mrs. Murphy. Your prospects will look for that person that you're always posting, because that person seems to be the brain behind the business. You are not an Olodo, you don't have anything to offer. But if you're posting Mrs. Murphy, Mrs. Murphy, and then one day you post yourself beside Mrs. Murphy, posting sorry, I need to mute everybody. The noise is okay. If, for instance, you now post yourself in a flyer with Mrs. Murphy, guess what? People will respect you. They'll be like, wow. You know, in this Longreach business, we've done what they call see finish, to the extent that we don't appreciate ourselves when we see ourselves on flyers again. When I started business online, if you see somebody on a flyer, you'll be hearing congrats, congrats, congrats. But here in Longreach, every day you will see your leader and one person on a flyer. We don't even think it's a big deal. Some of you have never, how many of you here have never been on a flyer in Longreach? Please comment below. Let's even, true confession though. If you don't confess, minus something previous from your back office, or yeah, confess. How many of you have never been on a flyer? How many of you have never? Please, we're not judging you. We're here to find a solution, Abi. You want to know how I did it. How many of you, I'm not seeing comments yet though.
What
Never.
do you want
I
us
have
to write?
never.
Should we put one? Okay, at least somebody said never.
Just type never.
Never.
Never. And then another question I'm going to ask you is, those of you that have not yet typed your never, how long have you been in this business? So write never and write the duration. Let's know. Because for what is worth, I know that when I joined this business, 2 weeks after I was presenting. And why was I presenting? I am not one to wait for anybody. I don't know how to wait for anybody. So I remember when my leader, Dr. Heidi, was always training us and she got tired. She was overwhelmed. Guess what? It got to a day she now said, guys, I am taking a break. And I had prospects in the waiting room. Now, the prospects were in the chat room waiting. Dr. Heidi said she was tired, said she had things to do. guess what? I forwarded all her voice notes to myself, right? You know how you create a WhatsApp group between you and yourself. I forwarded all her voice notes, all her notes. Then I listened to it. I did not forward her voice notes to the chat room. I forwarded to myself. I would listen to it. Then I will now come to the chat room and say, hi, everyone. Dr. I didn't like saying, hi, everyone. So me too, I now started doing, hi, everyone. Good morning. I was now literally saying what she was saying without even understanding the business. I was saying what she was saying. The write-ups she was putting, I will copy it, I will alter it a bit to fit my own personality. I will post. 2 weeks after joining the business. Now, many of you will be here saying, it's not yet time. So when is it time? If I qualified for my first trip within 3 months of joining this business, then I can say maybe my presentation skills, because it got to the point where if Dr. Ida is, whether she's available or she's not available, I will do my thing. But some of you, if your upline is not available, that is, your business is closed, church abasa. If something happens to your upline, what now happens to your business? So how important is your business to you? Is your business about your upline? Because I would really like to know if something happens to your upline. Because I remember when I joined this business, the next week, in fact, I traveled to Owerri. I had an accident. Most people knew about the accident. But even on my sick bed, I could not walk. I was still typing, doing business. I wasn't showing my face because my face was bruised. But my point is, so what if something happened to me, God forbid? My downlines would have their business would have ended too now, because they will say, okay, something happened to Mrs. Murphy, then we will not do our business. No. So stop making your business about anybody. Your business is about you. That is what I can even use and close this meeting today. Your business is totally and absolutely about you. If your uplines are helping you, kudos. Because some of you will even ignore us in the chat rooms when we're chatting and when we're talking. So, but we still keep on pushing, because even as you're ignoring us, we're still earning, though. And it's not about you, it's not from your earnings. Someone asked me, Mrs. Murphy, you qualified for a car. And her shock was shocking me, because she felt, oh, she was bringing in PVs at some point and she stopped bringing in PVs. So that means I will not qualify. And I still qualified. So it occurred to her that, oh, even as I stopped this business, this woman was still qualifying. So it's not about you. If you like, I will not stop working. It's as simple as that. I'm sorry I'm too blunt. I can be too blunt like that. I don't know.
Thank you so much, Mr.
I'm done.
Thank you so much. You are hitting, there's this word, this phrase, my business, my business. My business, my own. I use that word. I am a very shy person by nature. When I joined the business, after the first meeting I had with my upline, and that was the last. I was too shy. For me, I didn't want to disturb her. I call it not disturbing her. So I wasn't really going to her. And I made a lot of mistakes. I remember one time she called me, and I was all about getting PVs. And she said, come and see me now. I said, don't worry, I'm coming. It took us almost 8 months, and I was bringing results. But the results were not as good as it ought to be, because I was doing it on my own. So it is very, very important that we collaborate with our uplines. But the truth is that what we get many a time is that when you have supportive uplines, we tend to make those uplines our employees. I bet you, Uche, if Dr. Heidi had not told you that day that, oh, I'm not feeling well, I'm sure, give or take, she might still be training on your chat room. I'm telling you the truth. Yes. I remember that before Diamond 2, I came into this business. I first bought products December of 2018. Then I started this business in January, February. By April, I started training. In fact, I started hiring halls. How did I get that inclination? Because I was always attending trainings at the head office. And so I said, I think I realized on time that somehow I just put 2 and 2 together. I realized that the head office is only giving to certain people to train. And so what did I do? I looked for one very, very funny place a pavilion, like one kind of old pavilion. And I started training there. I gathered my first few downlines and they invited people. After that, I moved. I looked at the pavilion. I said, this is not a befitting place for Longreach. I asked my husband, every other Saturday, my husband will pay for tasty fried chicken, 50K for me for 1 hour to train. You won't believe it too. But that is not common among most people now. You see, a lot of people, Diamond 4, Diamond, but Dr. Heidi was saying it the other time. She said she realized that many people, many Diamond 3 and Diamond 4 members cannot do a simple presentation with the alkaline cup.
Can't. They don't even own an alkaline cup. They don't even have one.
No. Then if they want to talk to a prospect, they will call upline. You know what baffles me the most sometimes? You know, prospect as simple as starter combo. You call your upline to come and prospect for you. The truth about this business is, if you don't start owning it, as in owning it from day one, you can't go as fast. You see, my team member was telling you that qualified before me. She had been owning it right from the time. Even when she calls, she will say, I'm sorry, I keep telling her, don't tell me you are sorry. You are still, and she's doing it on her own. But she's just ensuring that this decision, just as you said, this decision I have taken is just the right one. Consistency. You know, I have also noticed that a lot of people, when they come in, they'll tell you, oh, it's not just working. They'll talk to one person, talk to two persons. They say, I've talked to a lot of people. They keep telling me, if you are not consistent, somebody sent me a message today, a writer, a young lady who has been struggling with writing. And she sent me a message today that, hi, sis, I want to tell you that I have been admitted to the UK to study in one writer school. She called the name, I didn't take note of it. In the UK, she actually qualified on scholarship as the best writer from Nigeria here in the whole of Africa. This lady has been on this thing for over 5 years. And I remember what my husband used to tell me some days when I would be frustrated. She said, my husband used to say, he said, continue to be consistent. He said, anything you are passionately consistent with will end up becoming better, and from better.
Yeah.
So I really hope that every one of us tonight will take this home. Start it anyhow you can. Just start.
Another thing I want to add is about, you know, because many people are afraid of rejection. Oh, I've spoken to 100 people, they did not answer me. Let me ask you one question, and I need everybody to be honest. Now, every time you go to the market, do you buy from every shop you stop? You will go and price clothes here, or you will price, and you walk away. Do you buy from everybody? You don't. Do you know how much you're breaking those people's hearts? Because you come to me, I've given you my time. You even try on some clothes. After trying on the clothes, you just say, I'll come back later. Let me check if I can see it cheaper elsewhere. We do that. No matter who you are, we do that. You will go to the market, you will pick this one. I don't like, you will go to the next shop. So we do that. Those people are also experiencing rejection. So rejection is a normal thing in any business, not just network marketing. The difference between network marketing and other businesses is just that many of us are just waiting for instant gratification, waiting for the money to come now. We're not ready to build. We're not ready to build organically. You're just hoping that if you get one downline, that downline will continue working for you and then you will now sleep. No, it doesn't work that way. So rejection is normal. Rejection is common. We reject people. People will reject us. It is just life. But one thing I said before, remember, I said your prospects today will be your downlines of tomorrow. All they need to see is your level of consistency. And one day, something you will say will just hit them and they'll be like, oh, this is the time for me to join, you know, and it's not everybody's time now. So when it's their time, they will join. Keep on showing up. Your Longreach code, you see that thing, hold on to it. Even when you feel, oh, you just want to take a break, hold on to that, your code, because you never can tell what will happen anytime. It could even come from your upline. It could come from your downline. It could come from anywhere. It could come from you. But don't ever let go of your code. Yeah.
Thank you. Or let your code go cold by not actively using it. Thank you very much. Uche, before I let you go, please, before I let you go, I want to quickly just ask you just two more questions. One, I want you to share your because this business is all about product. I got signed up finally with Longreach because of the product. I won't let you go tonight until you share your product experience with us. You know, like I said, Mrs. Joy Rich was with us on Tuesday, and when she talked about the feedback I've gotten from her product experience, oh my goodness. So I won't let you go tonight without you telling us, sharing your product experience and why we should, like I said from the beginning, a lot of us have Longreach code. I say this all the time on my team, and you still see them using other products. It bleeds my heart, seriously. Please share your product experience with us and how your relationship with your product has also helped in promoting your business. Thank you very much.
Okay, so to be honest, no products, no business. So if you have chosen that it's just the business you want, then your business cannot grow. It cannot be sustainable, as far as I'm concerned. For me, I feel everybody, every Longreach member should be passionate about their business. Sometimes my husband will yab me and he will say that it's as if they did jazz on me, the way I talk about the products, the way I defend the products. And I'm like, maybe they did jazz on me because I cannot see myself wanting to use any other thing. When I know what the usage of this product, when I know what my preaching about this product have done for other people, preaching about these products has given me consistent weekly earning every week for the past 2 years plus. So why won't I be obsessed? Now, if I talk about it for too long, we may not leave this place. So I'm just going to narrow it down to a few supplements that I am crazy about. So I love the Atro Sup Reviver and the calcium. What these products have done for me is that when I had an accident at some point, my legs, a tipper actually hit me. So it hit my leg, it hit my hand, it just hit my right side. I still have a few scars, on my body from the accident. The actual helped with my fast recovery. People were surprised when I started walking, like, because I was limping. It was a really bad accident. Apart from that, I suffered from what they call lumbar spondylosis. So most people have it, but they don't even know they have it. They don't even know the name. When you have very, very terrible waist issues, you can hardly stand up. You cannot just stand up, or you're lying down on the bed, you can hardly turn at night. It's called lumbar spondylosis. The lumbar is bent. So most people suffer from it. I suffered from it for a very long time. I took series of medication. I got tired. I even started living with the pain. But 2 months of taking the Atro, honestly, I forgot about the pain. Like, I didn't even remember I had pain. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, it just got to a point where I just realized, but wait, I can stand up straight. Like, I can just get up. I can just sleep through the night without having pain. That was when it occurred to me that, oh, this is it. I've done series of x-rays and all for that particular waist pain. So I know what I'm talking about. That Atro is oh God. If you know anybody suffering from arthritis, any form of pain, joint pain, muscular pain, please bless that person. The person cannot afford it. Bless the person. When the person uses it, that person will come back. Now, and so that's with the calcium as well. I was using the two of them. Then the pie cup. The pie cup is amazing for weight loss. Apart from that, it is also great for bloating, acid reflux, or even ulcers, all those gastritis, all those gastric issues. Why? Because it reduces the pH body in the pH level of our body. So most of these things happen because of the acidity level in our body. When you take the pie cup, trust me, it helps relieve you. And another good thing I love about the alkaline cup is for the Spiricoco Vex. But I love taking some Baileys and Smirnoff Ice-ish and all those lovely drink with my husband. And if I feel high and tipsy, when I take my water from my cup, and I'm not even joking, I'm not exaggerating. When I take water from it, I literally feel good. The pie cup also neutralizes the effect of poisons. We know that everybody needs to be watching their back. Who you call friend may not be your friend. I always go around with my pie cup. it's very important you go around with your pie cup. Always sip water from it. Take water from it. It helps neutralize anything that has been, done badly in your body. Now, another thing again, another product I love are the body creams, the rejuvenating and the SOD. In my room, most times, can they reduce the volume? you know, most of the time in my room, you will see both creams because me, based on confusion, I rub as the spirit leads. Sometimes in the morning, I'll just use rejuvenating. Sometimes I'll use SOD. And I have 3 children. 2 of them are dark skin. One is light skin. We all use the same products in the house, and everybody's complexion is still the same. So we will not say that because I always say it, if your children cannot use your soap and your cream, then you are using poisons, you are poisoning your skin, you're using chemicals, as far as I'm concerned. So if that cream in your room, your children cannot use it, you know that if they use it, it will burn them, it will give them patch, then I'm sorry, you need to make some adjustments. Another product I love, I've mentioned the creams, the hand cream is amazing. The sanitizer, the deodorant, fantastic. If you always have sweaty arms and your sweat will always stain your cloth, or when you use some deodorant, it will now stain your clothes. You can never see that with the Longreach deodorant. Quote me anywhere, you will not see it anywhere. We have this. This is like a lifesaver. It's just once you just spray. If you have sore throats or you're having any of those stuff, it will clear. This is small but mighty. People that are asthmatic also use it, and it works wonders for them. We have so many testimonies. Apart from that, it will also save you from mouth odor. Always have it and carry an extra one in your bag. When someone talks to you and they smell from their mouth hits you, just say, "Oh, I have a gift for you." Give them this one. It will save your life. Then the sanitary pad. Oh my God. That one is, oh my God. I don't even know how to. My love for the sanitary pad, many people will not understand it. But when you use, if you're used to having menstrual pain, I don't know if the women here or the men here, if you have sisters or your wife that has experienced menstrual pain, I heard somebody saying that menstrual pain, that we women exaggerate the pain. I was just praying that God would make that man a woman just for 1 month so that he will experience the pain, and then his mindset. Menstrual pain is terrible. Our pad eliminates menstrual pain, eliminates odor. So many women, I remember when I was growing up, I had my nose is very strong. If you sit down beside me and you're on your period, I will know, because there is this stench I do not like. The blood has a common smell. I will always know if you're on your period. But the Longreach pad removes that odor. So every woman, see, if you're a woman and you're using another pad other than Longreach pad, well, you're on your own. I wonder how you want your downlines to use to also switch their brand. You should use it. Sometimes we do this penny wise, pound foolish. You will buy a cheaper pad and you will use 2 packs during just 4 days period or 5 days period. Meanwhile, you can just buy the Longreach pad and use 1 pack for that period and even feel comfortable. You will not be hearing squishy when you're walking, because some pads have nylon. So when you're walking, you're hearing squish, squash, and it contains 8 layers of pure 100% cotton. So no irritations down there. Women, men, please buy it. See, when we're doing Valentine gifts now, it's not about buying chocolate that will make the person gain too many calories. Give them Longreach pad. Give them something that will be useful to them. You think I'm joking? I'm not even joking. So our pad, our panty liner, amazing. And then if you have heavy flow, the absorbing quality is fantastic. So it absorbs amazingly well. I keep saying this, that penny wise, pound foolish thing. Somebody will use another pad. Me and you will go out for an event. I'm seated comfortably, I'm eating and chilling, and you've gone to the restroom 5 times to go and change your pad. Kole work now. We need to, it gives you a class of its own, and it helps you maintain that class. Another product I'll talk about is the wine. The wine is amazing. It's a great aphrodisiac. So most men will say their wives are always tired. Give her wine. You to drink the wine. It helps both of you. Then we have other supplements, amazing supplements, the Mengen, the Libal. This is amazing, great for hormonal issues in men and women. But one thing I know is that the Mengen and the Libal are great fertility supplements. Now, there was a time I gifted 10 couples. The testimony that came back, the men that were even thinking that their wives were the issue, their sperm count, for one particular woman said her husband's sperm count rose from 5 million to 56 million. Like within a month, when he used Libao and went for his checkup. 5 million to 56 million. Today, they are parents. So the Nigerian has done amazingly well for majority of the people the women that I gifted it to. And then all people that have all these hormonal issues. Some pimples are not just regular pimples. It's from the inside. Nigerian will do amazingly well for you. You hardly see a Longreach member, a Longreach product user that is a member with bad skin. It's very rare. That person in our village swear for him if you see that kind of person, or the person is not using the product. So our soap, our cream, I can keep going. Oh my gosh. The pot. How can I forget the pot? The pot is an amazing, oh God, amazing pot. My daughter will always say, Mommy, the Longreach pot makes washing plates easy. And she hates washing plates. So she will always beg me to use the Longreach pot for things like all this poundo, yam, all those kind of beans, all those kind of things. It washes, and even if the food burns, you will never taste the bonbon in the food. Quote me anywhere, go and try it, go and burn your food. You will not taste the bonbon. Yes, it will burn, but you will not taste that, that burnt kidney from the food. Which product am I missing?
The hand soap.
We have soap. The soaps are amazing. The hand soap is great. Now, let me tell you about the hand soap. You see me here, if you come to my house, I'm a Longreachified woman. Everything is Longreach. So I can keep going. The hand soap, people do not know about our hand soap. Now, you know how we're in the kitchen. In my kitchen, there's hand soap. I don't joke with it. When your hand is oily, when you use soap, you have to wash your hand several times for the oil to go off. When you use the hand soap, when your hand is oily, you will there is this thing, I don't know, when you wash off your hand, everything literally falls off. I could keep going on and on. We have the vitamin C, we have, let's leave the products for now. I think I've said, see, right now, I'm even using my power bank to plug my phone because my battery is low and I don't want to go and charge it. So I'm just using my power bank. Forget the design. My daughter drew something on it, but we have power banks. We have so many things. So for me, I keep telling myself, I keep saying it. I deserve all the success I am getting because I am loyal to the brand. So the brand is loyal to me. And that's just it. So sis, let's move on to another one.
Yes.
I will catch my children though.
Okay, thank you. I'm sure a lot of people are, in fact, if you need to see the chat comments, people are surprised. Someone just said this one man sweet past your own. Did you hear that?
That was.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Murphy. I said there are just 2 questions, although you have almost done it, but just tell us something around goals. Why, something that around our whys. Your why, you must have a reason why you have been consistent. You must have a reason why 2 weeks after, there must be something you saw that, that 2 weeks after you were already running with it. So I will let you go after you tell us your why, pin it around why, why your why is attached to the why of you doing Longreach. Like, why Longreach? It must have been something about you or a particular reason that made you to say, this is it for me. So why Longreach?
To be honest, right? Because me, I'm all about the honest game here. To be honest, my why has been changing. I've had several whys.
Wow.
And the whys got bigger. Like, I did not know how much Longreach or what Longreach would do for me. So the why was, okay, let me impact lives and I want my children to be earning. I want to create transgenerational wealth. For me, that was it. Along the line, when I saw what Longreach could do for me, my next why was, I can use the huge funds that come from Longreach to fund my other business, to expand my business. But along the line, I just realized, this is not what I want. I want something more. So my goals are quite personal to me. So I'm not going to share them. But one thing I can tell you is I have tested the beauty of Longreach. And I am not ready to go sour. I am not ready to lose that sweetness in my mouth. Now, let me tell you something, right? The power of the tongue, the power of belief, the power of, believing in yourself is very, very important. I keep saying this. I was in a training the other day and I was saying it. Someone reached out to me and said, Mrs. Murphy, what happened? You did not qualify for Canada, US, you did not qualify for Egypt or whatever. And I said, to be honest, my mind was not there. Now, let me tell you what happens once Longreach releases a car fund or a trip. I pray. Now, after praying, I break down my goals. What do I need to do? How do I need to do it? Guess what? Canada, US, Egypt, I did not do any of that because I was really busy. I was planning a very, very big thing for myself. So I was very, very busy. Why am I saying this? Your commitment, how you react to things, your excitement, what you put in is what you get out in most cases, right? So I knew I did not have the strength to do as much as I knew I should do. So my results did not even surprise me. Like it did not surprise me. So you must know what you want and fight for it. See, your goals will get bigger. In fact, your goals, what you can achieve by December, you may not even know that. How your life can take a drastic turnaround, a drastic turn. You may not even know what God has in store for you. Uzo, you know my story right now, right? When it's time, I'm going to share. But my point is, as of January, what I planned, my plan, you know how you set plan and say, okay, January to April, April to June, June to, you just set your plan. And you plan according to what you have on ground. You plan because you can never really see above, there's a difference between wish and reality. After wishing, God, I want a beach house in this place, after wishing all that, the reality hits you. You just know that, okay, but I have just 10K in my account. Too. You start planning your life according to that 10K. And that is the problem many of us have. You limit your goals. You limit your prayer points. Many of you now, if I ask you today, what was your prayer point? What did you want to be when you were growing up? Many of you would say, I wanted to be this, I wanted to be that. Many of you, if I ask you now, what was your dream job? Because I'm going to use myself. When I was growing up, I said, oh God, I want to work in an oil company. I want to be earning 7 figures a month. I want to be traveling. I had this dream job. But when the reality of Nigeria hit me, my prayer was just God, give me a job. Somebody used an illustration. It's like you have a big paper. You're praying, God, do this for me. God, do this for me. And then at some point, when you feel God is not answering, you now tear the paper. That's how you be tearing the paper until you just say, God, I beg anyone you give me, anyone you see, just give me. Your prayer, your dream, that excitement for life reduces. So my point is, do not rely on your current situation now to dream. See, dare to dream. Oh God, dare to dream. Speak it, say it. Some of you can actually qualify for these trips, qualify for these cars, but you have just 2 PVs in your back office, you're a preferred member, and you've told yourself, it's not for people like me. Are you kidding me? Then it is not for people like you. When you tell yourself it is not for people like you, it's only for people like Mrs. Murphy, you're even adding more prayer to my prayer. So I don't even need to do too much. My point is, please believe you can. Forget about what you are seeing or what you're used to. I have a downline. Her story is the one that gets me excited because she had never seen above, let's say, 500 PV in her back office before. Never. And then just all of a sudden, she had, what am I saying? She had never maybe 300 PV in a week. And then all of a sudden, she started seeing 15,000 a week, 10,000, 5,000, 8,000 a week. And this is someone that built her business for like 1 year. She was even about to give up until she had a turn around. When I mean turn around, you know how from 2 PVs, some weeks you don't even see PV, to start seeing like you are now earning 6 figures, 5 figures consistently.
Wow.
See, the day you decide to give up, now you sabi. But stop using your current situation to be building don't do that. Believe. You can never tell at what point it can happen. And that's why I keep on saying, see, attach yourself to your leaders. Oh. Don't joke with this thing I'm saying. Attach yourself to your leaders. Because this particular downline, I remember she was hardworking, she was doing a lot, but it wasn't just working, she was consistent. When I mean consistent, you can use her name to spell consistent. She was consistent, but nothing was happening for her. And then just all of a sudden, somebody was coming in, and I just felt this lady has worked so hard. Even though she was on my sharing leg, but I recognized her strength. I just felt, you know what, this person needs this blessing. And guess what? When someone God opens the door, when that person hits her leg, that person is no longer even doing the business. This babe was now getting back to back. In fact, from about 7,000 PVs, she hit 20-something thousand PVs in less than 4 weeks. In less than 4 weeks, yes.
What?
And that person that was even bringing in massive PVs stopped doing the business. But guess what? Going forward, that lady now, the one I said was almost about to give up, her fire came back too. Like, her fire came back. Like, right now, she's on fire. And the PVs are still happening back to back massively. So, somehow, don't give up. Honestly, just keep. It's not easy for everyone. Even for me, that you think I'm here motivating you. My leaders know this now, Dr. Adi. My leaders in my team and my upline, Dr. Adi knows this. Sometimes I'll just say, Doc, I'm tired. Yes, me that you think I'm tired. Sometimes I tell her I'm tired. Then I will now look at myself. Are you mad? You have 400 and something thousand PVs. You're tired of what exactly? Are you mad? Like, I will call myself back to order, but I also get tired. But when I get tired, sometimes I take a little break. Breaks are not good because when you take breaks, sometimes it's difficult to come back. But just breathe and come back and keep doing what you're doing. God is watching now. God is watching. He will bless the works of our hand. It may not happen immediately, like I said. Some people are beans, some are indomie. Just keep pushing. All right. I think I've answered your question.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Murphy. Thank you. Fantastic. In fact, we have, hey, God. I want to know what I want to say. God, I don't know, if you are not on the Longrich platform, please, you better join in now. Tell your people, because what God is doing with Longrich platform, I now know what God is doing. God is picking the best of you are Indomie now, sis. I know. God is picking the best of his best to be partners with Longreach. You see, on Tuesday, I couldn't believe it. I thought I had it all. And then I came tonight again. Even our guest on Tuesday, she said she just wrote something that struck a chord badly with me. And she said, don't use your current situation to write your dream. And that is like my testimony in Longreach. Sometimes when I look at myself and what Longreach has done for me within the space of the number of days that I have been partnering with Longreach, I said, if only the people who were, twitching their nose at me before knew what God had in plan or in store for me with Longreach, they wouldn't have written me off. If you have a current situation, whatever it is that is plaguing you right now, whether be it your Longreach business or your personal life, don't use it to write your story currently. Don't use it to write your dream. Write another dream and be consistent. Like our Tuesday trainer is saying, mastery, master consistency. Whatever you are doing here, consistently be doing it, because I tell people, you start Longreach with so much hard work and consistency, but guess what? You retire young, and then you retire rich, as in super rich, way beyond your imagination. So once again, Mrs. Murphy, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Do we have any question before we conclude tonight? Yes, do you have any question with a raise of, yeah, who is this raising their hand?
Longreach, I see you.
How come I'm raising my hand here? No, I don't have any questions. Like all my questions have been answered tonight. Yeah. Do we have any questions? I know, in like somebody pointed out that most of the things I'm asking you in the course of your discussion, you have actually touched them and answered them and all that. Before we close tonight, there is something I would like to point out to every one of us. When we were growing up in those days, in the 80s, then in primary schools, then the motto with most of our uniform, you want to know more about the cream, okay? Okay, Mr. Mori, you can go ahead and ask, mute yourself and ask your question, sir.
I don't really have a question.
Okay, your hand was just being raised. Okay, no problem. So tonight, as we go, I want us to recall most of the mottos we have on our badges when we are growing up in our school, on our school uniforms. Some school uniforms they will write motto: knowledge is power. Some, knowledge is light. When I was in primary 5, then I attended a public school like most people of my age did. Then I used to wonder what that thing meant. Knowledge is power. Some uniforms then was knowledge is light. As along the line, as I was growing, I kept pondering over that, motto. Recently, it dawned on me that what that actually meant was what you know gives you authority to operate in the realm or in situations that what others do not know will not be able to operate. That is what that means. Knowledge gives you power. What you know gives you power to operate, to activate, to do things. And you'll be looked at as if, oh, this guy knows too much. This is a professor. No. Because you have sought after knowledge and because you are applying the knowledge, what happens? You are showing light to people. So tonight we have been exposed to a set of new knowledge, and it has lightened, some of us in certain areas, especially in respect to this Longrich platform. Do not hide your lanterns. Begin to do what? To begin to exhibit your knowledge. Begin to exhibit your knowledge. There are a lot of people who do not, when you tell people that, when you talk to people about Longreach, many a time they say, no, I don't want to do network marketing. I don't want to. It's because they don't know. Start telling people basically what Longreach is, not just come and join. And you will see that in no time, you will experience exponential growth and be as natural as you can in approaching your Longreach business. I want to deeply appreciate every one of us, especially our big time leaders that are here. I want to appreciate Lady Teresa, Mrs. Dumebi, my able big sis, Madam Joy-Rich. I want to appreciate every one of us here that took our time. I really want to call all your names, but if I do that tonight, by 10 o'clock, we will not leave here. So I truly appreciate you guys for joining us tonight. And I hope we've been able to give you value. Next week, Sunday, at about this same time. Yes, my able Mr. Kola, truly I appreciate you. If you want me to appreciate you, please say it. I appreciate every one of us. Mr. Kola has just demanded for his own. Next week, Sunday by 7:30, we are going to be having another mind-blowing session. I tell you guys, you don't want to miss it. If you have not defined your goals properly, or if you think you have a goal for wanting to partner with this Longreach, please keep it aside or cook it up, keep it in a wrapper and bring it next week, Sunday, and you will see what writing your goals, achieving your goals, and how you can speedily achieve your goals with this platform. Yes, my darling girl. Divine, I appreciate you. Deeply appreciate you. Thank you so much, sis, for joining in. So thank you, Mrs. Murphy. I truly love you. I truly love you. Longreach gives us a lot of relatives, sisters and brothers that, you know, in fact, this platform is just something for you, every one of us, to take serious. If you do not understand why you are here, if you have not been able to find your feet, please continue to hook on with us every Sunday by 7:30. I tell you, you will be able to find your feet and root yourself firmly in this business. And I tell you, if you are still struggling, you still need one or two, you know, clarifications, why not? I'm always available. You can reach out to me and reach out to many leaders you see on this platform tonight, and I'm sure they too will be glad to, they will gladly help you as when it is convenient. Thank you so much. I do love you all. See you next week, Sunday. God bless you all. Have a PV-filled week. Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sis. Thank you very much. Thank you. You can actually mute yourself, unmute yourself and say your good night.
Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.